Hey, hello again. This is Trice Majestus, and we are here at Jameson Memorial. And, well, looks like we're going to want to try and go gather a whole bunch of stuff because I was looking around at Corvette builds, and I really haven't found one I like. There are some things common between them, so there's a few things I want to do. So let me first... okay. So I got an 8A shield generator here. What's on this one? Really should store my build somewhere so I know what the heck each thing has. Deployed, I don't have enough. Undeployed, oh, yeah, deployed it. Retracted, I'm okay. 49 over. Oh my goodness. Alright, optional internal 7A shield generator. Okay. Core. Modification. Interesting. Modification. Interesting. Three megawatts over. Quite frankly, I don't know how I'm going to overcome this. And I'm not even sure I'm doing this right. I may want to completely turn this around the other direction. Well, that's unmodified. Well, that's also true. I only need one of these active at a time. All right. At least I don't end up with everything offline. Okay, whatever. This is definitely not the loadout I'm going to want. No chance of it. I just don't know what loadout I do want. there's no way with all of those beams that I'm actually going to survive this in this build. I definitely need something else. Problem is, I don't know what. I don't know how this is going to work. Long-range thermal vent. I'm 90% sure that's not what I want. Problem is, I don't know what I do want. Be interesting to see what would happen if I go all efficient beams. Because that will have additional damage. And have some of them be, a couple of them be thermally vented, but other ones do other things. Maybe. I really don't know. I don't know what I want. Alright, well. Some things I know I do want. This actually helps me some here. All right. Interesting. Well, so we've got plenty of that. Plenty of that. So the only thing I really need are is data to get my FSD range up. And then to get Mass Manager. So I think maybe that's got to be my first. Let's see. Felicity Farseer or who's closest? Anybody with an FSD. 182, 131. Soul. Soul has FSD. Excellent. Colonel Decker, it's good to see you. Now, Mass Manager. Yeah. Excuse me. All right. Mass manager. Atypical disruptive wake echoes. Got 55 of those at the moment. Galvanizing alloys. I got lots of those. Eccentric. Hyperspace trajectories. I'm fresh out of those. Okay. Sure. Can't even do that. Okay. Alright, so that means we need the Mamba. Back in the Mamba we go. And then we need to check. Beep, 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 beep. What the heck is beeping the heck out of me? It's usually Discord, but who the heck is... Oh, Fleet Comics exploding. What the heck's going on? Scroll all the way to the bottom. Oh, I see somebody's, lovely. Somebody's spamming the, chat. Alright. That's gonna be annoying. So, I need faction state boom. Find systems. Near Shinrada Desra. The Lav system. Distance 57 light years. Nice. That's gonna be annoying. I think I may have to shut Discord down. Oh, great. How do I do this? Close window isn't gonna help because it still runs in the background. Oh crap, I'm just gonna have to let it spin, I think. No, I don't. I gotta find... Close.
Preparing to cruise.
That didn't work. Ah, there's the goodbye. Goodbye notifications. Alright, now that I can concentrate on this. Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
So, our target is the Lob system, where we will go and get everything we need to get the hyperdrive working to spec for the Corvette. After we get the hyperdrive working to spec, we will probably do power. Retract landing gear.
Landing gear retracted.
You are go for departure.
Engage.
Spooling FTL engines and preparing for jump.
Clear station perimeter. Be careful out there, Commander.
Engage.
Spooling FTL engines and preparing for jump.
At some point I want to change the beams on this to overcharge thermal vent. See how that works.
System scan complete.
System map. Kingston and Chaff and Slugsy. There's some Pass. Okay. Lunatish. Lunatic Izzy, okay. Bob Kingling, William T. Hudson, and that's everybody. Engage.
Frameshift
Preparing for
drive
war.
charging. Four, three, two, one.
So I guess what we're doing is there's a couple of modules we know what we want to do with here. Engineer those.
Fuel scooping.
And see where we go from there. And maybe somewhere along the way we'll improve the ship some. I don't know. We'll see. Disengage.
Exiting hyperspace.
Logan Peterson to Tango Romeo India. We look forward to receiving you at the station, Commander. Please follow docking procedures and enjoy your visit.
Scan detected.
All things considered, this should be a relatively busy port. Which, what it is, are two different things. Give it a few minutes. Not too many, though. 25 billion people. Should be busy.
Frameshift charge detected.
That's the only big... It's the only big station in the system. Don't know why that's permit locked. Well, this is just being too slow, so... Open hailing frequencies.
Requesting docking permission.
That didn't do what I wanted. Open hailing frequencies.
Requesting docking permission.
Request approved. Set down a landing pad 18.
Let's see what we got for services here. Deploy landing gear.
Landing gear deployed.
Landing gear deployed.
Landing successful. Docking restraints engaged.
special. Alright. I hate to do this, but the random number generator is not going to give me any joy here. We'll give it a kick in the nuts. Track landing gear.
Landing gear retract.
Departure authorized.
This is a little better. Alright, we got a couple of wakes here. Well, can we have some more activity?
Reports of heavy traffic. Approach at a safe speed, Commander.
Well, it could be better. Oops.
Frameshift charge detected.
Come in, flight control. This is Corsair 5-5 Delta requesting takeoff. Roger that, Commander. We'll go for VTO.
Torelli, huh? wait for the next burst of activity. I got enough for that. Need a few more DWEs. Alright, so we may be able to finish off the a couple DWE captures and I should be good. Nothing. Boot boot. Okay. What'd you get for me? Hey, there's one. One more. How am I doing for time? 9:30, not bad. look like a flash. Oh, that's an incoming. Okay. Pablo the Orange. Oh, excuse me. Alrighty. Looks like two of them happened.
Incoming hail.
Oops. Oops. Hey, Ruby. It didn't seem to work. Maybe he'll call back in a second.
This is Splinter
Oh, there you go.
number 1. Hello.
It took a while for it to connect.
Yeah.
How you doing? It's been a while.
It has been a long time.
I see you've been playing.
I've been playing the Hunter.
Yeah, I've been seeing that. If I wanted to play that if I had time this past weekend, but I didn't. I kind of ran out of time.
Oh, with the new pandemic, like, I think every school in the US has shut down. And they are now giving online classes, so that's how I've been having so much free time.
Yeah, my daughter's got. They're redoing the lesson plans. She's got this week to make up the work she has to make up from the time that she missed. Oh, you didn't hear about that. Oh, jeez. My daughter's had all sorts of health issues recently. So she's been in and out of the...
I did hear about that. I've been watching your streams.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so she's been in and out of the hospital, and,
Oh.
so she's okay for now. But, it was, interesting there for a bit, but she's got a lot of makeup work, so she's basically... Every other kid in her school has this week off, and she's catching up. But that way she doesn't end up behind, so that's good.
Okay. Well, I just hope she gets better.
Yeah, we'll see. No, still need one more data mined wake exception, okay?
Okay.
So she's doing a bit better, and, you know, she's working on catching up on the work she missed. So she'll be caught up, and things will be good, and the world seems to march to her tune. when it's not completely messing her over. Ooh, let's see if this guy gets all blown up. He's wanted. Let's see if the station opens up on him. That'd be funny.
Well, anyway, about the hunter.
Yep.
I have a bit of a problem.
What's that?
Not only with the hunter, but with several games I like. And it's that it takes just so much time and effort, like to grind up for everything, and I just want to have fun.
Well,
So I end up modding them. And
the hunter you can kind of play however you want. You know, sometimes I'll go into the hunter and I'll just mess around and go shoot stuff. Just because it's fun to go mess around and shoot stuff.
yeah.
And other times I'll actually, you know, set out a goal. You know, say I want to, you know, do one of the missions that's been handed to you. Hey. You know, like the deer at night one where you got to go get one of those lay down blinds, and you got to, you know, hang around at night in the field for like an hour and a half real time to complete the mission.
I tried to complete some missions.
Oh, they're crazy. Some of them are crazy.
All the DLCs, like, yeah. Since I
Yep.
don't have all the DLCs, I don't really know. But okay.
I tell you, a lot of there's a couple of DLC that make it, you know, that have extra weapons and stuff that make it really a little easier.
Yeah. So you see, like, I want to get all the DLCs, I just don't have the mind for it.
I hear you there. Once you catch up, though, it's about $5 a quarter.
Okay.
The hard part is catching up, where you got to basically, buy them all at once to catch up, or you can spend $10 a quarter and slowly catch up. Up to you. Lots of ways to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, my problem is, like, sometimes, like, modding the things just sucks the fun somehow. Like,
Well,
with the Hunter, nothing happens because it's, like, fun to go out, just wait around and, you know, like, shoot stuff, know where to shoot.
Yep. Well, unless you're actually trying to do the missions, there's just... I mean, it's nice and relaxing to just be able to go and kill stuff. You know, kill... But if you want any good game, you really got to figure out where they are, research, you know, in the game. You got to walk around, find out where they're hiding, when they're at certain places. Then you got to get there about a half an hour real time ahead of when they're going to be there. Get yourself properly blinded, you know, in a blind so that they can't see you. Pass over all the oh, that little bugger's running silent. You jerk. So basically, you know, you got to go there, sit in a blind, and wait for, you know, all the lesser ones to walk all over you until the good ones show up. So it's a bit of a pain.
Yeah, I'm
Or you can go to
I just, like, gave myself... Yeah, like, that's actually the fun part. Like, I just gave myself infinite money and infinite XP.
aha.
So, really, like, I just wanted to go around and shoot stuff, not actually grind for anything.
The grind is... There's not much of a real grind. You know, you're always You know, the way you grind is you go around and you shoot stuff. It's just you shoot specific stuff. The only missions that are a bit of a pain are the ones where you have to wait for a while.
Yeah, like I've recently done like some missions, and truly, like some of them aren't that hard, but the ones that are really a pain are like wait for this specific animal at this specific time.
Yep.
To show up on this specific area and make sure to kill it and make sure it doesn't run away.
Oh, not only that, but there are ones where it wants you to get a gold score.
Oh yes. Yes.
And that's tough because you have to wait for the rarer one to show up. You got to wait for one that's got a potential of being a gold, and then you've got to make pretty close to you got to make a decent shot. And you got to know where to shoot them so that you get the highest points.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Torelli is back.
Yeah, talking about the hunter and Elite Dangerous.
You know. They're both games I like playing. Although I do like Elite better. Just because I like flying my spaceships.
Yeah.
Oh, did you see? Was I streaming the time that I got run over by a bear and a hunter?
I'm not sure. I haven't gone that far.
There was one day a bear came out of the bushes and just ran me over.
Oh no. The most embarrassing thing happened to me. Like, I was doing a long travel, like one side of the reserve to the other, like about 2 hours. Just a herd of deer in the middle of the night just straight up just kept hitting me, like running past them.
Yeah, they'll do that.
Like a herd of black-tailed deer.
You know, I almost had that happen to me in real life.
Oh my god.
Well, luckily I was in a car, but I had 50 deer come around my car at speed.
Oh my god.
It was rather interesting experience.
I can't imagine, like, just all the deer just going at you constantly.
Now, picture a herd of 50 whitetails. That was pretty spread out, but a herd of 50 whitetail. Some of them went in front of me, and some of them went in back of me, and I was just stopped because I didn't want to hit any of them.
Okay.
It's just like
Oh my god.
whitetails everywhere. It was hilarious.
Oh my god.
I also had one fall down in front of me one time when I was driving.
But at least it wasn't a bear.
Well, no, at least it wasn't a bear, but it was an 8-point buck.
Oh.
Um,
Oh.
Luckily he was looking to cross the road, and I happened to notice him as the headlights from the car in front of me. When he went by, I happened to notice he was there and he was under a street light, so I slowed down a little bit. Sure enough, he didn't look back to see if there was another car coming. He stepped out right in front of me.
Oh.
I slammed on the brakes, and of course, when I started braking, he suddenly heard me. So he turns to run. Well, his front foot slipped and went left. His left front foot slipped and went right, and he whacked his chin on the ground.
Oh. Oh no.
I stopped about 6 inches from him, but... And he took... It turns out that hooves have virtually no purchase on pavement. It's almost as bad as ice for them. So yeah, he just ended up with his legs crossed and his chin on the ground, stunned.
Oh my god.
So I just sat there and let him get up. That way, if I went around him, who knows? Another car may have come behind me and hit him or something. So I just let him get up, and he kind of staggered off to the side of the road. He was so completely disoriented; it was hilarious. But poor thing. Knocked himself silly on the ground.
But something similar happened to me, not with any big animal, just a possum.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was just learning to drive when I stopped because I don't remember what. I think to adjust my seat or something.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it was like the instructor telling me something, and all of a sudden my possum just lands on the
Oh, you fell out of the tree?
yes. I don't know how or why it happened. It was just the possum there. It just with his mouth wide open, just I will say, just for the record, just screaming at us. like the weird sounds they make.
Yep. Oh, they make a lot of them too.
Yeah.
You can semi-domesticate them as well.
Oh yeah, that's what happened. We ended up seeing that his tail was actually like hurt. Like,
Oh, okay. Something hurt his tail, so he couldn't hang and sleep. Oh, that poor thing.
No, like the branch. We ended up seeing that the branch broke, and his tail just was. He had a disc.
Oh, poor thing.
Anyway, and he ended up like getting a splinter on one of his legs, so he couldn't move as properly. So we ended up adopting him.
Yeah.
It was like a small possum.
Yeah, well, they domesticate pretty well.
Yeah. He ended up dying like a week ago.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Well,
Oh, at least he lived a happy possum life for the rest of it.
yeah, that's good.
Yeah, at least he died of old age and not a disease or something.
Right. Yeah, once they domesticate, you can't release them.
Yeah.
But they will use the litter box. They ain't dumb.
No, like... They're really strong, though. They're really strong. Like, they have resistance to a lot of diseases, and even resistance against some bites, as we... Like, I tried to do some research on possums. I
Yep.
ended up going to the vet and saying, hey, you know about possums, don't you? Like, can you tell me anything about them? And he ended up giving me one of his old books.
Yeah.
Like, he ended up selling me to it for like $30.
Mm-hmm.
And I was interested on the... Oh, god damn it. I just fell into a neutron star. I wasn't looking.
Oh, jeez. Whoops.
Let's see if I can grab onto the jet.
Did you actually drop down?
I did drop down an emergency drop.
Okay. Turn before you try and boost out. Turn directly away from the star, because once you start charging up, you've got very little time to get aligned.
Yeah, I kind of used the jet before. I just
No, it's not that. If you've dropped down inside the star,
jumping into the star.
right? If you've dropped down out of Super Cruise in the Star, it's tough to jump out. You've got to do it right. Otherwise, you'll toast.
Yeah. I've done this before. I haven't done it in an Orca, but I have done it in
good.
smaller ships.
Okay. Well, well, the Orca does. I don't think the Orca has much of a heating problem, so you should be okay. But make sure just.
Like hit sinks because of the.
Oh, never mind. Don't.
Constant jumping.
Yep. Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
All right, back to Shinrada Dizra.
I have
Engage.
not tried this again.
Schooling F-10 engines and preparing for jump.
One, two, three,
Engage.
4.
Frameshift.
I drop,
Preparing to full
drop,
space.
drop. And I just... Nice. Oh, and it's just one more jump to solve. Nice.
Aha. Are you in open or in a private instance?
Yeah. Remember how I used to get a lot of trouble in Southeastern Field, so I would end up going to play at the Nebula.
Yeah.
To the correction. Yeah. I'm surprised I didn't get hyper interdicted on none of those trips. Because I didn't know I was like on Pleiades Nebula.
Yeah.
And actually most of my paths were through
Engage.
Maya. Like, it's supposed to be near Maya, so I didn't know that.
Well,
And
they
I ended up just going about it, never noticing that there were targets there.
they don't really pull you out of it. You have to be really unlucky to get pulled out.
And I'm not sure. I'm not sure with an unknown artifact.
That increases your chances of getting pulled out, but it's not a guarantee.
And I'm gonna try. But
Fuel
once a guy like gave me an unknown artifact and told me to go to Pleiades Nebula, and I told him it was a long trip, and I ended up giving back to him.
complete.
Like, and I don't know if he was trying.
He
He
wa-
haven't gotten interdicted, or but I didn't know that. He's a Stargate hunter,
Mm-hmm.
but like it was kind of cruel.
Yep.
Like he knew I would get scared with that, and he just went on and did that. Fortunately, he did accept it and didn't tell me that Pleiades Nebula was like way too close. But now I want to experience that, so go out and find an artifact, come back, and try and get hype predicted.
Oh, don't worry about doing that. Look at Down to Earth Astronomy's. He shows you how to go find Thargoids. It's actually not hard.
Earth astronomy is what?
Down to Earth Astronomy.
I'm actually on Sol right now.
Yeah. Well, Down to Earth Astronomy is a YouTuber, and he has some very good guides on stuff.
Stupid. I thought it was like a probing elite.
Nope. It's a person, and basically, if you follow his directions, you will know what type of Thargoid you're going to likely encounter as well. So you could
I already know that. I went hunting for Thargoids in a Corvette with my friends,
Yep.
and he explained me that.
Okay.
Only thing he didn't explain to me is that you could get hyperdicted again.
Yep. If you can do that. You can get hyperdicted anywhere in their area. It's not very common. I've been through there many times, and it's so far luckily hasn't happened to me. I kind of hope it doesn't happen to me.
Targeting cooling nucleus. On, down, space. There we go. Enter. Enter. And selecting interface mode. There we go. UI panel select. Space. Push. 2, 1, 2. No. Okay, enter handler. Yeah, like, and also when I got, like, killed by the scout Thargoids, like, I felt like, okay, so there's different type of Thargoids, not only the, like, the one type, like, the really greeny ones, because theirs were, like, more gray-ish
Okay.
types. So I looked into it, and I knew there were, like, 4 different types of swords.
Yep.
Like, oh, I did end up taking damage from that jet. Oof. Oh yes. I guess I'm only doing this for reputation, mostly. Yeah, I think I'm doing this for reputation. So I can afford the Corvette, but I want to be an admiral. So.
Yeah. I am an.
Scan.
Am I an? Yeah, I'm an admiral, but not yet a king.
Oh.
All right. System map.
Federal drop shit.
System map. All right. Now that I've scanned this system, holy crap! This is a huge system.
I could grab a Cobra Mark 3 and just do a look.
Oh, this guy's got a weird name. 11001011.
Oh, I know that guy.
Jonas
I
Celio.
used to have him as a Steam
Either.
friend.
Aha.
Yeah,
Explorada.
you don't want to hang around him at all.
I see. Aljum. Who else we got? Explorada. Either.
Do you know, like, the current, like, hacking
Mighty Boot.
kind of problem we have in Elite, right?
I haven't been paying attention to it.
Well, he's one of the, let's say, gankers that...
Oh, there's plenty of ganking going on.
Yeah, like, this... He just has, like, I think, type... Like, the thing is, he just modded his ship to have modules beyond his ship, engineered without actually going with the engineers, infinite shields,
Well, that
I
sucks.
think infinite
Solnatha.
energy, no overheating.
Melkos.
Yeah, like overpowered weapons, everything.
Nacklin? Oh, really? That's annoying. And a good reason to stay in the PvE group that I'm in.
Yeah.
Alright. That's this system. On to the next. Ah, which is Shinrada Desert. Engage.
No, actually I know two persons
Engage.
like that.
Frame
I
shift.
know another one. He
Space.
doesn't play on late, but he is kind of annoying. Not to me, though, but he likes to just help other people get ahead in games. He doesn't care who or why or what game it is. He just finds a way, hacks it, and it's just real annoying. Like, as long as he gets the pay, he doesn't care about anything.
That's sad.
He doesn't ask questions in order on.
Yeah.
You tell him my own.
There are people with like that, and I pity them.
Oh yeah.
It means they have no real self-worth.
Fuel scooping complete.
I mean, yeah, but now you see what I don't wanna like.
Yeah, there's no reason to hang around with people like that. Yeah, that's part of why I don't hang around in open. I mean, I've got a nice group that I'm hanging with, which is basically it's mostly an exploration group, but one of the main rules is PvE only.
Okay, yeah.
If you do PvP, you get kicked, and that's the end of it. You're not allowed back.
That would explain why he's there, because I was like, why is he there? And yeah, I think he's grinding for some rank.
No, he was.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I didn't see him. I was going through the system I just scanned, and he was the first person in the system.
Well, did it have like a lot of rings or?
No, it's just the
what
star.
stage was it in? Oh,
every-
what stage was the system in? Anarchy?
No. It just looked like he passed through the system, didn't even bother blowing the horn, because he only had the star, and all sorts of other people had other parts.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe he had a couple other things in there, but whatever.
Well, because I do know he wants to get like to King and to Admiral, but like he couldn't get it through modding, so I unfriended him. I don't know why. But last time he told me something, it was like he was a low federal rank. I already had a Imperial cutter.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to grind
Disengage.
with those levels. So he might be
Exiting
doing
hyperspace.
PvE there. Also, like, I think he's like joined the Distant World too, just for like the amount of credit they gave.
You know, well, the amount of credits from Distant Worlds is just exploration credits. I mean,
Yeah. But again,
open hailing frequencies.
Requesting
Imagine
docking
having a
permission.
Cobra and just opening it like to modules like what is like the maximum module you can have on a Cobra?
It's like 5 or 6.
Yeah, he just maxed it out with modules he couldn't even fit there. And it was kind of annoying.
Yeah.
Warning. Restrict speed and be aware of oncoming traffic.
Deploy landing gear.
Landing gear deployed.
For internals, no. Internals, yes. Cargo rack, L.
We would like to
Now.
welcome all commanders to the system. Please ensure procedures will
Super Cruise Assist. Advanced. Oh, that's nice! The Cobra 3 on Seoul with Link the Station already came with a Super Cruise Assist and
A lot of
Docking computer. That's it.
a lot of ships do now, and I immediately sell them.
Oh, I mean, docking computers I would get like after a PvP, like long PvP match. Especially like with pirates, like the big swarms of pirates. I do get like you don't want to control the ship, you just want to dock, but yeah.
Well, not just that, but I want the slots for other things.
Yeah. For the big ships like the Beluga, the Corvette or the the cutter, they do are useful. Yes, the hull reinforcement module.
All right, FSD, increased range. Oops, I didn't need to do that one. Now this one I need to max out.
Do you think they will be adding like new kind of what are they? Like vehicles other than the SRV scrap?
There we go. All right. Now I need to go to Seoul.
Hey. We won't meet
Oh,
because
do I?
we're on different servers, but okay.
Outfitting. Do I have a fuel scoop on this thing? Optional internal. Yep, I have a 6A fuel scoop. Okay, great.
Oh, okay. Alright, you're modifying the Corvette. I forgot about that.
Yep. Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
I need to go see D.D. Vaderman. I think it's D.D. Vaderman.
Do I want cargo racks in this? Yeah. I do will be needing those.
No, it's Colonel Briss Decker. That's who I need. Colonel Briss Decker. Hey, I actually get to fly this thing.
Oh, nice.
Let's see if I can get it out of the mail slot. First attempt.
Attempt number 1.
Retract landing gear.
Ship uncoupled. Maintain correct
Landing
lane
gear
direction.
retracted.
Oh man, does this thing have a lot of mass.
Oh, God. The Corvette?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's... Imagine flying the Beluga without that.
Okay.
Like, at least with the Corvette, you can see what's in front of you. With the Beluga, you just don't.
Really? I've never tried a beluga. Well, that wasn't so bad.
In India, you need a docking computer for those. I don't...
Powered engines.
Unless you're like...
Routing power to engines.
Unless you are like basically the most recognized staff pilot that can get a beluga backwards through the mail slot, you will need a docking computer. Otherwise, it's just mayhem.
You have left the no-fire zone.
Absolutely.
Hope to see you again, Commander.
Okay, I'm going to try a test here. Red alert. Power to shields.
Weapon system module ready.
Power to weapons.
Routing power to weapons.
Alright, I still have to do this. Should I get a plasma?
Okay.
You just crashed into something, didn't you?
No, I can only fire my set of beams for 6 seconds, and it will overheat me.
Oh.
Stand down.
Okay.
Stand down.
Get a plasma accelerator or a
Disengaging
or a
weapons.
pulse laser.
It should get a what or a what?
Plasma accelerator or a pulse laser.
First of all, don't get a pulse laser. If you're going to get a laser, get a beam.
The other one's just a burst laser.
Get a beam. Go somewhere, get a beam.
Okay.
Engage.
Anyways, I do have to go to other
Preparing
parts
for
to
war.
get them. Well, I guess I'll be doing that.
So far, the best beams I've used are overcharged with thermal vent. It's actually better at cooling you off than a heatsink.
Oh.
So long as you hit. So long as you hit the target, you dump heat real fast.
Yeah, I won't forget to manage my things. Oh, shit.
One thing I don't have on this ship is a discovery scanner. Huh.
So the team links scan to scan.
Oh, I know what I gotta do. I gotta go... Fire groups.
Yeah, about I don't see it.
Engage.
Schooling
This is a
FTL
manual.
engines and preparing for jump.
Jump, so... I know I'm speeding, that's the whole point of it. Oh, that's a beluga. That has to be a company. Yeah, of course it's an AI. I actually haven't seen any other commander fly a beluga.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, the weird thing
System
is,
map.
like, when I got to Southeastern Seagulls, it was just filled with commanders.
Mm-hmm.
And when I started, like, doing passenger missions, it just all stopped. All of a sudden.
Well, it may be people were doing something else. All right, so I got a new system. We got Bob Smith Jr. and Mr. AK. Oh boy. Engage.
Schooling FTL
No,
engines and
loop of
preparing
shame,
for jump.
no!
And now I'm jumping into Seoul.
Yes! I didn't do the loop of shame.
Well, that's good.
I managed to readjust myself in such a way I didn't have to do this loop of shame in time.
That's good.
Yeah. Anyways, you're on Seoul?
Just arrived.
Okay.
Cue epic music.
I know we haven't, like, we aren't on the same server.
Nope, but we can be.
No. Okay.
All right.
I know I have entered the station without a permit. That's not the point of it.
Now the question is, do you want to be on the same
I
server?
completely forgot. Maybe. I just entered a station without asking for landing first.
Oh, turn around and get the hell out.
Big no-no.
Yeah, they don't like that.
Yeah, I know I have a... Yeah, now I have a fine, of course.
Well, fine's okay. You just don't want a bounty.
Yes. Especially not in Seoul.
Well, it's not too bad. The nearest penal thing isn't all that far from Seoul.
Yeah, but...
You won't be sent out to the Pleiades. You're only going to be about 3 jumps away.
Well... I don't know, I just don't like being in the wrong side with the Federation. You know?
Nope, just pull out of the station, get your docking permit, pull back in, pay the fine. Easy enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm heading out to Colonel Decker.
It hasn't been the first time I've gotten away of a superpower. Flashback to when I had minus 67 reputation with the fucking Imperials.
Yeah, negative rep.
I've learned.
Boy, this is a big ship.
Okay.
I hope Colonel Decker's planet doesn't have that high a gravity. I might end up pancaking. I don't want a pancake with this ship. It's expensive.
Oh, okay. You don't want a pancake at all with a cutter. I mean, with a
Corvette.
I think Corvette.
Actually, the cutter's more expensive, but I've got that engineered enough that unless it's a heavy G planet, I'm not going to pancake. Huh. What time is it? Oh, it's past my intended stop time, but that's okay.
Oh, that's right. I did have a bounty for a long time in here. Like, on Seoul. That I didn't claim.
Better pay that off.
Yeah.
All right, Colonel. What's your gravity here? On Iapetus. Yeah, that's got low gravity. I'm good.
I still remember when... Okay, final beams. Remember that glitch where 2 planets would just collide with each other? Like, if there were 2 moons in a gas giant, really far away. They fixed it now, but remember how we used to, like, cross one and just get absolutely launched into the stratosphere, on the other? Those were some nice times.
I never actually tried that.
Really?
Yeah.
It was extremely fun to do.
Well, the point where you could do that, I was so far out in the black.
Oh.
0.02 Gs. Yep, this is a nice planet to bring the Corvette into. And finish it. 0.02, yeah. Almost no gravity at all.
Yes. Oh my god.
One of the moons of Saturn.
Oh, okay.
I'm out at Iapetus at Decker's Yard.
Oh. What do you mean I don't have I have insufficient? It literally said my capital was of 35 million. It doesn't let me buy 355,000 credits module. What is this?
Open hailing frequencies.
Requesting docking permission.
Access granted. Proceed to landing pad 03.
Which one of those is that? Let me get my, there we go. I think it's this one over here. Yep, the other one's being landed on by someone. Nope, nope. Deploy landing gear.
Landing gear deployed.
Well,
Landing gear deployed.
this ship has a really unique sound to it.
Yeah. You know what's really strange?
What's that?
You know the Mario guy I introduced you to?
Mm-hmm.
He all of a sudden went missing.
Huh.
Like, all we knew he went to PT, came back, talked to us. Like, a friend we found in another game, he talked to us, next day, no trace of him. Like, his team was all shut down, Discord all shut down. We tried looking, like, his media, all shut down.
Hmm.
There was no trace of him left.
That's weird.
We don't know what happened to him to this day. He did tell us he was going to boot camp in April.
Okay, then he may have just shut everything down so that either as requested by the government or whatever. All right. Yeah. It maybe he had to shut stuff down. Sometimes you do. Okay, so the FSD is modified. So this person could do FSDs and FSD interdictors. I don't have an interdictor. All right. And my FSD is done. All right. Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
So, what do I want to get done next? Suppose I can't tell that till I get back to Shinrada Desert and figure out what I've got. Alright, well, guess I'll jump back to Shinrada Desert. Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
And away we go. With a fully modified FSD. Retract landing gear.
Ship restraints
Landing gear
disengaged. Commence departure.
Powered engines.
Routing power to engines.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Engage.
Frameshift
Charging
drive
FTL.
charging. Fuel scooping.
Flies a lot like the cutter, but then again, that's to be expected.
Complete.
Gotta be careful in this next jump. Engage.
Frameshift
Preparing to
drive
fold
charging.
space.
Jumping to a white dwarf. System I'm very familiar with. Engage.
Preparing to fold space.
Fuel scooping complete.
At some point I gotta drop into a nav beacon and see what 7 lasers will do. Seven beams is a lot of beam. I can only fire it for 6 seconds. Alrighty. Alrighty. So tomorrow night, I guess I run around in the cutter and collect materials I'm gonna need. Got enough data for the moment. Disengage.
Dropping out of FTL.
Core Dynamics, Tango, Romeo, India. Welcome to the station, Commander. Please fly safely.
Open hailing frequencies.
Requesting docking permission.
Access granted. Clear to land at Docking Bay 17.
Now we take this in nice and slow. So I don't get stuck in the mail slot. Although I don't know, this thing seems a little narrower than the cutter. It might actually be easier to stuff it through the slot.
Warning. Restrict speed and be aware of oncoming traffic.
Deploy landing gear.
Landing gear deployed.
Oh, that was actually rather easy.
Landing gear deployed. Services at this time are constantly being updated. Remember to visit your favorite terminals through the system.
Doesn't handle all that bad.
Ship is on the ground. Commence power down. Greetings, Commander.
Oh, did I buy some new livery for this ship? Oh, maybe I did. Let's see what we got going on here. Iridescent gleam, okay. Ooh, Stygian purple. I'm going Stygian purple. There you go. Excellent. Okay. Core internals. Remote workshop. FSD is done. Okay. Power distributor. I need modified consumer firmware. Okay. I can get that easy enough. Ooh, hybrid capacitors. That's
I'm
going to be...
about to blow my ears out.
Oh, you don't want to do that.
Oh.
Power plant. That's more important, though. Conductive ceramics. I need a bunch of conductive ceramics. All right. So we do want the cutter tomorrow night. Great. Okay, Ruby, I'm out of time. It's well past 10 o'clock, and I got work in the morning. Ugh.
I think I just don't have any eardrums left.
What did you do?
Okay. Goodbye, Tris. I listened to a very loud kind of song in the hardest beat with all the volume I could get in.
Why?
I maxed out my headphones volume, computer volume, and YouTube volume, and I think my brain is going to be vibrating further, so I'll see you then.
Right. Have a good night. And that's it for me. So that's all for now. This is Trice Majestus with Ruby Laser tonight, signing out.